Start over.
There you go.
Um,
That's my job, everyone.
yeah, hi. We are all from Dreamnauts, and we came here to show you Great Force March of the Goddess. Great Force is gonna be out quite soon in September for PC, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and we're gonna do the best we can to bring this to PlayStation as soon as possible. And I'm really, really excited because today we had the news that we crossed the 10,000 wish list mark. So yeah, here we go. Way to go. I love the dance. And we are all really, really, really busy trying to get the game to life. It's really hard to make games, and you probably imagine. So we are malnourished, and we are under sleeping really little. We are eating more than we should, but we're all having a great time creating this game for you. So, before we start, what is Great Force? Great Force is a tactical bullet hell RPG. It's the best we can find to explain to you what we are trying to do. And with that, it's gonna take a while for me for the three bars, chocolate bars that I just ate to kick off. But once kick off, I'm gonna be fine for the next 20 minutes, I promise. Um, but Grid Force is RPG because you have this great story with lots of different options and different endings, and you decide what to do in you know following the story of Donna, that is the girl that you see in the middle of the screen right now, and how she navigates a world that really does not don't care for her, and how she finds friends and she finds family and she finds love, but it's all beautifully mixed with some very um, strong and fast-paced action. First, do you want to explain a bit about the action of the game before we actually go into it?
Yeah. So I'm trying to do social media things. Okay. So, the game is like, um, where do I even start? There's so much stuff to cover. Oh, okay. The basic mechanics of the game. It's grid based. So you have up, down, left, and right movement inside of the grid. You'll see in a moment. Um, and you have a basic attack, a heavy attack, and a parry at the beginning. And you have one side of the grid, and the enemies have another side of the grid, and you have to shoot over and hit the enemies and bring their life down to zero. So um, it sounds simple, but as the game goes further on and on, there are more enemies on the screen. They have more diverse attacks. You also have more diverse attacks and abilities than you do unlock. Um, and it gets pretty hectic. That's where the bullet hell comes from in tactical bullet hell RPG.
Okay, so
So yeah, go on, Dan. Keep going.
yeah, without further ado, how about we just jump right in? So this is a build that is not completely finished yet. We have been working on trying to clean it up and make this beautiful for you. And Ace, if you see anything that you feel like it was really hard to do or you're really proud of doing, please let us know. I'm gonna have a look, and you can explain a bit what we did. The whole game has this 2D statics, a 2D game, but we want to create something that looks really different, looks really unique, and we hope we did this. Um, so what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna go through the basics of the game, going through the tutorial, and then we're gonna try something called the temple trials. And it's something that you can do yourself. You can just download the demo and try the trials. And if you win, it means that you can go further. In the shorter amount of time, you might get a customized controller for you with Grid Force uh, beautiful art on it. So download the demo, wishlist, all this amazing sweet stuff. We already get to 10,000. How about try to get 20,000 before we launch the game? That will be amazing. And yeah, let me see how much are gonna be destroyed. I actually designed the the trials together with Nick, and let's see if I can actually play one thing that I devised. But I would like to give you a bit of the game story first. So let's go to the tutorial. The very last moment wasn't painful or scary. There wasn't a shot, not a screen. I can't remember who else was there, but I wasn't alone. There was a comfort that I can't usually afford every time I go through this. In the moment of the passing, or reboot as we affectionately call it, there's some all-encompassing clarity, like in a vivid dream, which quickly fades away together with every face, every laugh, hope, anger, touch, every promise. It all disappears as I fill my lungs to a brand new world. I will find you again. So this word of God, oh, maybe you have some, no, you don't have yet. So this word of God that we try to create is the basic story is this world keeps rebooting. So like you have a bad Windows or a bad Mac installation. I think the Mac people are gonna say they never have a bad Mac installation, but and you have to, the computer keeps rebooting all the time. This is what happens in this world. Something always happens that makes the world start all over again. And is this the context where you're gonna start like understanding what how this work actually works? Here you are complete.
Wake up,
You have so much to do.
wake up, wake up, wake up. A few days ago, the world ended, and then it started again. All because of the grid. A war between live artifacts called Machina. The grid defines how the old world will be broken into pieces, shuffled and reassembled anew.
How should we call her? Number 42? How about Donna? Does it make any difference? You know what to do. Yeah, I've been doing this for a while now. Get up! Oh, my head. Get up, girl, or you are done. Who are you? Who am I? Can you really afford this? You can really afford this now, babe, so get up. They found you. You have to run now, or you will be destroyed. So most of the story of the game is dialogue, but we'll try to get some parts of the game that we really feel that deserve some kind of cinematic, and we create these comic book style stories, so you can actually go with a bit more, action on it. So right now she is lost and she doesn't know who she is, but don't worry, it's not about amnesia. The story, it's just the beginning. Um, and she's trying to get away from these monsters that try to attack her.
You've opened a weird door in the story when you say like, "Oh, should we call her number 42?" Because that now there's lore on 41 other different.
Yes. You're not strong enough. If you fight then now, you will fail. So there is options here. We want people to be able to make proper decisions. One of them is you can just decide that you want to go straight to the action. You're not going to be able to do everything. There's some parts of the tutorial that we feel very strongly that we should learn, but you can skip the basics, or you can just follow the voice and go to the tutorial. I will not go into the tutorial. I'm gonna go straight because I already know how the game works. But I will highly recommend you to go to the tutorial and try to understand how the basics work. But let's start and fight.
Get ready, fight.
So I'm gonna put a pause here just to show the things that you can do here in the game. In any moment of the game, you can pause and you can go to the options and change things. But you can see in the back that I have the left side that is my side in like greenish, bluish, and the more orange part of the enemy. The enemy cannot come to my part apart from special abilities, and I cannot go to the part again apart from special abilities. I'm gonna use A to give a normal attack, and then I use the L2 to give a strong attack. All those things take lots of my force, that is the mana of the game.
R2?
I was
So
gonna say that, but maybe he's rebound it.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's R2.
Yeah.
Heavy
I have some controller that have the trigger inverted, so when I play some game, I just cannot play.
did I say L2?
You did.
Yes.
Because I'm not dumb dumb.
Yeah. The chocolate hasn't kicked in yet.
The chocolate, yeah.
Chocolate. One of the very most important parts of the the game mechanics is the reflection. I normally move forward when I reflect the attacks because I think it's cool. But basically, you can just hold defense. But if you do the right moment, the attack goes back to the enemy, and this is so useful because when you reflect the attack, when you defend the attack, you still get some damage. But when you reflect the attack, you get no damage, and you still receive a bit of force. So yeah, try as long as you still have shield, try to reflect as much as you can.
Yeah, there's a lot of classic mechanics like that that have been incorporated, like a parry mechanic. You either guard, or if you guard as soon as the attack comes to hit you, it reflects back, or it stuns, or whatever. In our game, it reflects the attack back at the enemy that fired it. Um, there are other like classic mechanic games that you'll see. You may have noticed there. The enemies got dizzy sometimes when Dan attacked them. We have that as well, like a stun meter. You'll see that further in, and it'll be explained as well further into the tutorial.
So now,
um,
now that she
so
is went to this first combat, this Brock has some memories of the past, and she can see a few of her o- previous lives playing out, and this is a bit too much. Overwhelms her.
hello, Nikki. Hello in the chat. Hello, friends in the chat.
Hi, Nikki, Nick, Nicola, Nick Neko.
Not our Nikki. Nikki one
Oh,
shot.
it's not our Nikki. So nice to meet you,
Skywalker
Nikki.
Padme.
um,
Skywalker Padme. That's who it is.
hey, Padme. Nice to have you here. So you never cried before. That is unusual. So this voice start thinking there might be something different with this version of her. Hey, things will be clear soon. But you need to do what I say from now on. Okay.
That was a good sniff, Dan. That was well acted.
Yeah. Thank you. And it just took me 5 years in drama school. So you gotta keep me on lock against all the odds. Nobody expect you to actually finish this combat, but I'm just that good. So I got this achievement. And now between combats, you can actually get all these little triangles. They are what we call sigils, and they are the experience of the game. We're gonna explain a bit more about sigils in the future. But once you finish clear one of the grids, you can actually move around freely, have some time to, you know, pick up the pieces on the
Yeah.
ground, and then keeps
Yeah.
going.
You
I
may,
really like this part of the game. Gives time to reflect. Also, I've been called the unknown one, and I really like it. But yeah, I'm Ace. Hi.
Ace the unknown one.
The unknown one.
I think we should make this official. The unknown one is super cool.
Yeah.
Hello, the unknown one.
The
It's
unknown.
got like the same thing as the presence.
And it's like the unknown one could be like, we are out of practice.
We are both bold, so it works.
um, okay, so continue the story. Alright, we are almost there. You just need to get to that bridge. So you're always gonna have these options. Some of the options are just gonna open a bit more about the lore and explain a bit more about the characters, what they are doing, and some options are completely game changing. And we don't want to tell you which ones are which. Actually, when one is actually game changing, like actually branches the story, we're gonna let you know. But in general, you want to just explore. So she asks, "Am I being tested?" Or she can just like say, "Okay, let's get just a bit of lore."
Mhm.
So I'm
That's
gonna
where
be.
the
Go ahead.
RPG elements come from within, you know, the game. Is you have these extended dialogue options to learn more about the story, and you also have branching paths within the story that you can set yourself down, and then also have replayability in the future.
Yes. Not only, but it change also the character you can recruit. So
Mm.
that's pretty RPG cool stuff.
Yeah, I think we are all super fans of JRPGs with lots of characters and they are unique
Oh
and
yeah.
bring something to the game, and that's what we're trying to do here. So she asks, "What can I remember anything?" And then the answer is, "Because there's nothing to remember. This is all you have." Listen, I think you are different. Maybe you have real chances this time. Now you need to finish your trial. Good luck. You really need it. Wait, don't leave me alone. You're not alone, girl. Where's my sigils? Oh, there's no sigils. Oh yeah, in this one there's no sigils. It's like, give me my sweet sigils.
You didn't
So
fight for it.
yeah, just
Yeah,
like give me my sweet sigils.
you don't
What
get
should I
XP for nothing.
what should I do now? So it's her first glimpse on the universe, the world she's going to explore in the game. This is Gora.
Thank you so much, Nikki. We did hit 1K followers on Twitter, and we've hit 10K wishlists on Steam. So
Woohoo! Woo! That was the most
Happy dance.
unfollowed commemoration. Woohoo! Creak, creak, creak. This is Gora. Can you remember?
uh,
That's okay. That's okay. Don't get any closer or I'll shoot. Gee, sorry, I didn't want to invade your personal space. So this one is one of my favorite characters. Some people love her, some people really love her. Her name is Pan. It's me, Pan. Do you know your new name? My name, I don't. Oh, didn't bring much from your last memory this time, did ya? Good one, Pan. Just let me go. Don't worry, I'm your sights always and forever. You what?
having a plan to cosplay Pan in the future? Really, Nikki? Yeah, let's do it. We want to see it.
I don't know if you can get on Amazon a floating wheelchair, but it would be nice.
you can put some green screen on the wheel. On my green wheel.
And who's gonna be doing the live design of
Yeah,
the green
you need
screen?
like chroma key glasses for
Exactly,
Pan.
real time. Okay, now Pan just joined your team. She's like, ah, that's better. Ouch, that hurts much more. Psst, you are Earth. Those are Earth egos. So the enemies in the game we call egos. You must be light then. Earth monsters will always cause more damage to you. So now who wants to explain this? Maybe Ace?
I think he's gone. I think he's frozen.
The unknown one.
The known one is now the frozen unknown one.
Fudge, maybe you come then.
Yes, of course, yes. Okay, so adding on to the tactical genre in our tactical bullet hell RPG, we have elements. So you can see on the screen there is an elemental map. It's very straightforward. Water will hurt fire, and light will hurt dark, and so on. It all melds together like the way elements should do. Um, so what you'll find is the character that you are playing out of your squad of 4 has an element, and the enemy that you're against, or a certain enemy that you're against, has an element also. So it's trying to almost guide you in a direction to um, think about what attacks you're using and what character you're using against the enemy to have more effective attacks. The kind of like Pokemon in that way with the elements and the way and the types of Pokemon. So yeah, it just adds another thing.
Yeah,
Um,
we try
yeah, go on.
to we try to balance this in a way that you don't need this to finish the game. You don't need to care about the elements. But if you want to go optimal, and if you really want to really smash the enemies, that to pay attention on the elements is quite important.
The unknown one is now unfrozen.
Yeah,
Welcome
Never
back, the
mind.
unknown one. Okay,
I am up.
unknown one. This is official now. This is your new
Oh
alias.
god. The
So,
unknown frozen one. Okay.
Pun is the air element, so she said I'm the best type against this enemy. Just sit back, relax, and recover some ether, while I wipe the floor with those cuties.
Get ready, fight.
So now comes the second most important part of the gameplay is your squad. So you have up to 4 characters in your squad. They're gonna be down below. Let me just try to clean this up. Close this so you can see this better. Yeah, and you can move between them as long as they are alive, still alive. You can move between them just by using L and R. So, whoop, 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 whoop. And now I have Pan, and let me see how it goes with her. So if I go with Donna, I take 2 of damage. If I go with Pan, 3 of damage, because she's just that effective against enemies.
You can see also the number shows up red, and sometimes every now and then there's a little effective thing that pops up, so you know when you're doing it right.
And the thing about Pan is that her strong attack is this one. And what she does is she steals the enemies. Needs to not to kill the enemy first. But then she steals the enemy attack for a short period of time. So
Yeah.
she's very good at supporting you in different situations.
I like Palm special attack.
Yeah, probably one of the most useful all the way out through the game.
Yeah.
Why are you helping me? Because you can do everything by yourself, of course. If you're out of ether, reach and let one of your companions help you out. That's what you're here for. Companions. Yeah, you know, Bird, Koniko, me. Don't you remember? No. That's okay. We will get your memories back. I think the thing about Pan is her unbroken optimism all the time.
Yeah, she's always got that little bit of hope to carry you through.
So you can say thank you to her and be nice, or you can just. I'm gonna be a heartless. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna let people carry me around on a self-made throne.
Yeah.
Of a cosplay. That'd be very useful on in cons, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
To be able to have someone walk you around.
So now this new character appears and start attacking Donna straight away, and Pan's like, Connie, do you know her? Yes, she's Kaniko. Ah, she's fast. Connie, what are you doing? My job. I just feel like Connie should have this accent like my job. Ah, stop it. Connie, stop. She doesn't remember a thing. Oh, too bad. Better luck next time, champion. Should I continue doing this?
While doing weird voices.
Yeah,
You
so
should have heard
this.
the voice I first gave Konako was some like brutish man.
Oh, really? So, this is a tutorial about the reflect. So, that is the point where when you get very close to attack, you can just hold and reflect. Ah! I said stop! How dare you fight back? No, Connie, we need to stay out of this pen and don't call me Connie. I think it will be very hard for me to keep
Get
this
ready,
accent for the whole
fight.
game.
And you've committed to it now.
Yeah, there's no way for me to move. Okay, now I have her own attack, and her attack is powerful.
So, we have a question, um, and I'm going to shorten it a little bit. Has anyone uh, in the team changed the keyboard controls yet, or looked at the keyboard controls? Because we've had quite a few suggestions on that. I'm just wondering if anyone's actually got to that.
Okay, so I think you can answer better than me because I'm a controller guy. So any suggestion coming from me of the changing the keyboard would be probably the worst one, but you can actually remap the whole keyboard yourself if you want to.
Yeah, it's just there is a what we may need to do is, if we can implement this, is instead of having a button for switch character left and a button for switch character right, have each slot assigned to a button, so
Like
that
one,
way
two, three, four.
yes, that's like some, we've had that suggested by multiple people now. I think it's probably a good idea.
Okay, that's a great idea. You know who's gonna love this?
Even
Our
in Metal
developer.
2. Oh yeah, Ricky's gonna love it. Absolutely.
But I think it's a great idea. He's gonna like just find the person who gave this suggestion. We can definitely look into it. We want to make this as playable and as fun in keyboard as in anything else. So we promise we're gonna give a look at this. And if it doesn't come during the launch because it's so close, it comes as an update. Promise. So Koniko start getting attacked by her the own creatures of the place where she lives. So Koniko, come to our side. I'd rather die.
I'd rather
Oh,
die.
I'm coming. She changed her mind. Okay, now Connie is part of your squad. Now it comes to one another core mechanic. So the unknown one. Do you want to explain this one?
Um, sure. So basically, there are some type of attack that you can avoid, like the tutorial is teaching us, um, that are gonna appear in the square, and the only thing you can do is avoid. Of course, you can still defend, and you're gonna get a reduced um, damage, but um, yeah, it's better to avoid. Cannot do much.
Yeah, the only thing you can do is avoid. You can't parry nothing. You're too heavy.
I find funny. I was playing the game to a friend once, and then she said, "Oh, it's not that bad. You know, there's just a few of those arrow attacks that I can have to avoid." And I was like, "You didn't go to the end of the game yet. You should see how absolutely crippling it can be when you have all enemies attacking this way."
Oh yeah, you guys might be looking at this right now and thinking, why did they say bullet hell? This is still the tutorial. Wait, the game gets hard. Like further you go in. It
I
doesn't
like
give you
this
a good.
because it kind of changed the grid in real time.
Yeah.
Because especially with low attacks, they kind of um, block all the squares. They take all the squares so you cannot move. There, otherwise you're gonna get
Yeah.
hit.
Okay, now there's a bit
Makes
stronger enemy. And then we get an interest from this character called Bird. Bird! That's face. God, he just in time, lovely. My judicious goddess, you are gorgeous. Who are ya? Girl! Maybe this is the best moment for introductions, honey.
For a second there, I thought that was Bird replying.
Yeah.
Who are you?
We are having a bad day, aren't we? Let me just help you with this, cutie pie. I think she's more. Some people ask me what's the difference between Bird and Pan. I think Bird is more. is more like, caring. She's concerned about your well-being, and Pun is more like everything's gonna be okay regardless.
Yeah.
And she's gonna also show a new um, mechanic. So you see that we are trying to introduce mechanics slowly, but there are quite a lot of them. So this is the stagger mechanic. That it means that if you hit the enemy uh, enough times in a short period of time, you're gonna stagger the enemy. If you do this through reflect bullets, it happens much faster. So like 10 times faster. So reflect bullets are good for everything. So if you master reflection, you are good for the game.
Yep.
Yeah, I touched on staggering very briefly. It's very reminiscent of a classic stun mechanic from a fighting game or so, and you can see as Dan's attacking, it builds up purple, and that purple will meet with the end of the health, and then the enemy will become staggered as such.
Yeah, absolutely. And now that they are staggered, you can use attacks, and the attacks gonna take so much more damage. Like, and it's not like 10% more damage, it's 200% more damage. So you're gonna find enemies in the game that feels like they are impossible to take down. Use the reflection, use staggers is a way to go.
And elemental affinity.
Yeah. So if
It's
you
gonna
put
help
all
a
these
lot.
things together, wow, it's a lot of damage. That was marvelous. No, it wasn't. Yeah, just like old times. My point. My point. Come on, Connie. It was been a while since we fought that well together. Um, I know you girls are busy, but excuse me. Can someone please explain who I am? You are Donna.
Oh, we've got another voice.
Yeah, Donna. I've told you, I was 5 years of dramatic art school. I need to
Oh
make
yeah.
sure that the money was well spent.
Did you actually go to art school 5 years?
I I don't want to talk about it. Don't blame me. My vote was number 42. With a voice calling me in my sleep. My sweet child, it seems like you forgot everything. This is your home, the temple of the dream, and I'm your mother, Claire.
At least that she didn't forget like grammar.
Yeah.
That would have been difficult to write.
Yeah, exactly. I'm really going through this all over again, so Koniko's like, oh my god, this again. Can we just skip to the part where she fails and we start over? Koniko has a point. She's a bit broken already. Those in favor of restarting right now, raise your hands. And then Koniko raised her hand. This isn't nice, girls. We can't just throw her in the world no, without telling her who she is. Bird is right. However, there may be some wisdom in Koniko's unflattering words. Maybe starting her mission and seeing the world can bring Donna's memories back better than any explanation. So now you have options. You have the option to either get more explanation or just go straight to the game. I will not investigate because I really want you to investigate, get to know a bit more about this world. So we are going to start the mission straight away. I might just be better off going out and seeing things by myself. Just tell me where to go. I want to leave now. Very well. It's time for you to start your journey, Donna. I feel the anguish of my sister Tikaka. Anguished, anguished, anguished. Please, Fudge, I'm drowning here.
Anguish.
Anguish. And the suffering of just causing to her people, you must descend over islands of Tahora. Look for clues for what causing the madness and help those in need. Trust your companions; they will guide and help you. So now the game actually starts, and it's time for you to learn about the jump. So what do I do now? You jump. It's like, you're crazy. Don't worry, just trust your instincts. Okay. Ooh, here we go. I imagine like ah hoo 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 going down. With the- ah. I
Yeah.
when
raised my hand, by the way.
when Goofy falls off something and
Exactly.
Annie in the chat. I went to art school for 5 years. I also don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. I'm an actor. What do you expect? Do you think she remembers anything? I don't know, but keep an eye on her. So there's some plot that you have to uncover from there.
It's all a mystery in the beginning, the plot. It's very interesting to unlock your way through these like
Yeah.
things. You learn something and then something else messes with it. And you learn something again. It's very well put together to jump and investigate into the lore side of the game.
I think one thing that I love that we did, and I think was done, relatively well, is give the choice of the player to get as much as little lore as they want.
Hmm.
Some people just want to go to the action, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So I'm gonna save because yeah, I think it's a good idea to just save the game.
Yeah.
But instead of going,
Always save.
yeah, instead of going to Tahora and continue the story, I'm going to try this thing called the trial, the temple's trial. And I hope it works because I don't know if this is working on this build specifically. But basically, we're going up against 50 increasingly impossible um, waves of enemies. And I know somebody from the community got to number 43. Is it 43?
43.
Yeah,
What?
it was the Norwegian demon.
Hmm.
And
Living up to his name.
yeah, while I was doing that, I could never imagine anyone would go over 30. So here we go. So
No Monster Energy. Are you sick? I actually finished it this morning. It's already gone.
you
There
were
we go.
you finished the trials?
No, I
No.
finished Monster Energy.
Oh, okay.
I'm reading the chat like a real streamer.
Oh, okay, 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 okay.
No,
You don't have
I haven't finished the trials. It's hard.
chit chat. Good. Uh, this silence is killing me. Sorry. Not your fault, I guess. Would you like to train? His mood. Better than stay here in silence. See? Acting. Sure, let's train a bit.
Acting. I'm fully immersed.
Thank you. I hope I have your vote. Okay. Once the arena in arena you can only leave if you are defeated or if you reach the end, which is borderline impossible. Remember, you can use the pause between battles to change your companions with better ones you found around Gora. Hey! Just a fact, honey. I'll train you based on I'll rank you based on performance and maybe give you a prize or two. I don't know.
That's actually a
Ooh,
real life
seizures,
line.
seizures,
Breaking the fourth
seizures!
wall.
Give me the seizures! Give me all the seizures! I want the seizures! The problem is that they disappear with time, so you have to be careful. Alright, so now is a good idea for us to go to the squad menu and how we upgrade characters. So you can switch characters here. We don't have enough characters to switch yet, but this is the whole host of characters you're going to be able to find and recruit in your game. Some characters are mutually exclusive, so you might get one and miss another one. But nothing the game plus that we're going to implement quite soon don't solve. So now I have just these four characters. I'm gonna just go on with them.
In the
But
demo we have more, right?
in the demo we have
Uh,
8. No, we have more.
yeah.
We have
I
12.
can't remember which ones actually work or not.
Yeah. So you're supposed to have 4 plus. Yeah, you're supposed to have 12 characters. But I know that I can upgrade. So who wants to take on the upgrade system?
Oh, that's a heavy task he's asking us there, Ace.
Uh,
Yeah.
I I can go for it. It's fine. So each one of the characters have um uh the um restarting. All characters have six types of attributes. So each attribute is also subdivided into other smaller attributes, but the basic of them is health, ether, luck, defense, power, and speed. Some of them, like health and ether or force, are self-explanatory, but luck, let's say, and speed might be a bit more confusing. So luck is has to do with how many sigils you actually get in combat and how many times you get critical attacks landed. If it's like speed, is how fast your attacks and your speed around the grid are. Some cards have with a very high speed, actually very great because it can go around without getting hit. But because they're very fast, they might require some very good control over them because they can just like go wherever very quickly. But you do this by getting sigils with the same type of element. So earth, now we are working on localization, so there's a few names that are not working in the button. But basically earth is health, light is ether or force, dark is luck, water is defense, fire is power, and speed is air. So now I collected all these. There's a number on the top here, the ones that I collected so far. And if I come here and say I want to get Donna because Donna is very useful. She's very like basic, standard. She's just very good to control. But so if you see that I have 20 Earth, and to get the next level of my healthy attack, I need four health attribute. I need four of them, so I can just, and then I finally get one a new level, and she got more health now. But you can also see that now I have a green crystal here. So every time I select, I get a new level of something, this creates a new of these little um, crystals, and when I have six of them I reach the next general level. So she's level 1 now, but once she has six of these she's gonna be level 2, and as she gets to the next levels she unlocks new abilities. Sometimes the abilities are new, sometimes they are upgrades of abilities that I already have. So right now she had the Magna Pulse, that is the big attack that she gives, but I really want the Sunblade because it cuts through everything. Is a melee attack. The other thing is that the order of which you get those upgrades also change. So you see that I have two of the one of those green ones, and I'm gonna try to get the next one. I still have 16, so I have enough. So now you see I have a plus two here. It means that I have two of those health ones together. It means that it boosts the number of health points that it gives me. I can stack up to three of them. But I don't have enough now because I have just 8 points here and then it's required 24 just in the bottom. But I'm gonna also give her some nice uh, force, and I will round up with some amazing firepower. Am I making the right choices, everyone?
No.
No. What
It's
do you
okay.
know? Huh?
It's okay. That's the great thing because you can upgrade in accordance to who you actually want to play, who um, like your play style, and just everything. It adds that another uh, another. This is also an RPG element with leveling up, but it also adds another piece of strategy into the tactical part of the game.
Yeah.
So you have you have all of these. My voice is awful. So yeah,
The other part of
that's
the other part of the strategy is that the number of seizures that you have on top here is divided throughout all your characters. So I already spent most of this here on Donna, which means I don't have enough for everybody else. So I have to make my choices carefully.
yeah.
Mm.
And I will mention something that isn't in the game yet, but is going to be in the game. Is you can see like you throw all of these sigils into these characters, right? But there are 30 plus characters. So if I unlock a character at the end of the game that I want to play through another run, they're not going to have any upgrades. But all of these characters that I've used before, that I've swapped them out with, have all the upgrades. We're going to have a de-sigil option, so you can pull all of the XP from a single character and redistribute it, or multiple characters and redistribute all the sigils you collected in the past.
Yeah, but you're gonna lose some in the process. At least that was the last update.
Yeah, I think you have to. You get 50% of the sigils that you spent.
Yeah.
Fudge, your camera, your microphone might not be very close to you because you cannot hear you completely well.
Is it not?
Yeah, if you're
You know what? I
you're
don't
very
know. I
quiet.
think
You're
I'm
not
on a
that quiet.
cable or something.
There's something not right because you're not that quiet normally.
So
You calling me loud?
So next in the game. So gonna save
also,
here.
I see that it changed the system. The former system, you could level up only if you add the all the sigil at the same level. Now it's just 6, like you said before.
I don't know if I
I
totally
want
get what you mean, but
to level up the character, the number of star of the character.
Used to have
Before
to
you
put,
actually had to put every stat to level 2. Now
oh
it's
no
not
no
like
no!
that
Now it's
anymore.
six no matter what the combination.
Get
Okay,
ready.
Just to give more
interesting.
freedom. Okay, this is the start of the trials, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get very not far.
While Dan is just hitting up waves right now, there is one thing that we have missed out, which I'll mention really quick, and it's classes. So along with the elements that you have, so say Pan is air, Donna is light, and so on, you also have a word after it, which is your class. So there are 4 classes in the game. Dan, our starting characters are each of the classes. So Donna is a champion, and champion is like all around class. Like she can do everything, but she's not really good at anything. So that's the first class, and this will become more like it'll make sense in a second. So Pan is a spellbinder, which is like a mage almost, or a support character, and her abilities tend to be leaning on the more of the support side for the rest of her squad, buffing her friends, nerfing their enemies, setting up barriers, things like that. And she tends to have more ether or more force, so she can do those things. But she doesn't deal a ton of damage and doesn't have the quickest movement speed and so on. Konako, the next character, is fire element, but she is a Valiant, which is DPS. So she is quite quick, and she does a lot of damage, but her health suffers. She doesn't have a lot of health. So that's that class. And then the last class is Defender, which is like a tank. This is meant to keep you on the board for a long time if you're in a heated situation. They're meant to be your, okay, I'm gonna sponge a lot of damage to let you think for a second. So yeah, so all of these characters have specific roles. It's just to kind of keep the gameplay rolling. So in certain, you can't just use one character throughout the whole of the time in the game. You have to kind of switch up in certain situations. Okay, if I've stunned a character with a defender, say, I want to quickly switch to a Valiant, so that way I can put a load of damage down as quick as I can because they're stood still and get a lot of damage off. So that just adds another thing to the tactical side of the game. I forgot to mention before within the tutorial.
Some character even boost other character by leaving boost on the ground. So one thing that I like to do is actually understanding how much I can boost my attack power of the stronger character, and deal a lot of damage in one shot.
That is quite interesting because there are some people that I see playing who I feel like, okay, Donna the maximum attack for Donna is something like 500 damage, and I see people giving 10,000 damage because they stack up stuff
Yeah.
to a point that she's just a death machine. And she's not even a Valiant. She's not even the character who gives the most damage. And I think that is so interesting that getting the game on the hands of the very creative community and get them to stretch the limits of what we thought was possible.
Yes. So I love that.
Turn my microphone up a bit. I hope it's working a little bit better now.
Yeah, definitely it's better.
Yeah, very clear.
You are much louder right now.
Am I? Am I too loud now?
No, you are your normal your normal loud.
I'm normal loud.
Oh my god. This is already getting very stressful.
You see Dan going out of here.
Why are you doing this to me?
Another thing you'll find out when you play the game or even play the demo that we have a few demos out, one of them on Steam, we have an Xbox demo out, and we also have them on Itch.io, you can find them on their respective pages. The abilities aren't as cut and dry as like, oh, this one just helps defending, and this one is just another attack. We also have abilities that are increasing in movement speed. Some of them act as passives, some of them drop buffs on the ground for other characters to pick up. Some of them affect the whole team even with blessings when you start to get really high level on some of the characters.
I think at this point it's time for us to do the mandatory. Please wish list our game. We need it. We would love to have at least 1,000 wish lists today. I know it's a lot to ask. But oh my God, it's a monster! This is the enemy. This is a boss of level 10. I am wave number 10, and I'm feeling really cocky about it. But I think if we get 1,000 wish lists today, I will be a very, very, very happy man. And I'm probably gonna have to pay. Because I promised everybody that this will be very hard to do. But yes, help us out. If you give us your wish list, it's gonna be just 99,999,999. Other wish lists will be awesome. We are all feeling very happy and very cocky because we got to this amazing milestone of 10,000. But you can do it. You can help us get into 11,000 today. That would be awesome. That would be really, really awesome.
And the challenge is still on, right?
The challenge is on.
It is. Yeah, so let's talk about, since we're in this stage, let's talk about it a little bit. So we have a challenge going on right now called the Temple Trials, the same as the stage. And whoever gets the furthest, well, there is an end. There is an end. The 50 waves is the end. If you get there the quickest, complete the trials the quickest, that's when you win. And I think we're going to get to that level. I think someone's going to break 50 at some point.
Do you think? I honestly, when we designing it, I said to myself, there's absolutely no way anyone will get to that.
Some people are already like 5 wide. 5.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. But I must say that my pride is slightly. Not feeling very competent as a level design killer of players.
Yeah. So you may ask, what's in it for me in the Temple Trials? Okay, what if I do get there the quickest? What happens? Well, you can win a custom Grid Force controller.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will want to win it. I can later.
Limited edition.
Actually, it's super expensive to get that thing done, but I feel it's so beautiful.
Yeah. But if you just sign up, we have a sign up form. You can find it. We do have a panel below our Twitch stream where you can find it. You can find it in our Discord as well. You can find it on our socials. If you just sign up, you instantly enter a giveaway to win a shirt.
Oh yeah, the shirt, also beautiful.
Yep.
Yes, I got it. I got it. It
Oh,
happened.
God.
Oh god, here we go.
Okay, I want
Congrats.
lots of yes, yes. Bring to mama. Giving me all your sieges. I had to find like the what is the optimal route to get all the sieges. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Depend on where they spawn though, because it's RNG on what.
Yeah, it's that
where
is
they
like
spawn.
that is this split second where you have to make the decision. Okay, now I think. Oh my God! Dan likes it, and now I
Fire
got.
sigils you
Oh,
got.
this is a trap.
Oh,
Having so many fire sigil is a trap.
uh, I know, right? Yeah, this is not. The thing is that all the attacks they have a cost, so the cost is associated with the damage. So having a high damage means that all your attacks require much more force to be actually executed, which in itself is a big problem because your force reservoir might not be that high.
Mm.
Um, so you have to be extra careful. But I cannot. Ah! I ca- no, no, I
Especially
cannot.
Chronicle doesn't have a lot of ether
Yeah,
and
yeah, I
just
know.
wins so quickly.
I know I acknowledge the problem, and I acknowledge that I don't care.
I'm gonna I'm gonna act like I didn't see
I
it.
gotta pretend that it's not happening to me. Okay?
One thing that I really like, uh, that I think people will enjoy, is the fact that because you can basically pick your squad, you basically can pick your attacks. Every character has a weak and a strong attack, and then that are kind of unique already in percent
True.
in the itself. And plus we have two skills that are unique for every character.
Yeah, I
So
think.
you have a list like 8 unique skills that you can play with.
And I think that.
Depends on the character.
Yeah, you are right. It's something that people normally don't. People are gonna eventually get is when they are playing with the squad of 4 characters, they're actually playing with one big character
Yep.
with a lot of skills, like in its fingertips. So getting it's almost like you can optimize your character for whatever it is and customize to whatever you know your heart desire when you are playing with the 4 characters, right?
Yes, and the character is basically like lives for Super Mario or Zelda. You have 4 lives. When you finish them, you lose, which is interesting.
Die, cutie thing.
I'm just watching this unfold. When da- when Dan was talking, the gameplay was just like suffering. You could see it.
I am
Trying to
I,
talk and
I
same
am
time.
struggling. Like I'm struggling because right now it's not only that they are very fast and there are a lot of attacks, but the attacks take a lot of damage. No! No!
But you
No!
can also do the
No!
same
No!
thing.
No! No! No!
It's
No!
a
Yes!
it's a
Yes!
fun learning curve that just happens naturally in the game. Like, for
True.
example, those wasps that were just on screen, uh, Conoco really damages them because of the effective element flashes they have, and it's these wasps, and it's as you're playing the game, you don't really even if you're not thinking about it, you're thinking about it. So you're just getting better anyway. It's not. It's you have to think about
Ow!
the strategy.
Jesus
Christ!
Christ! It's like we have to think they're being killed here, like literally being completely. And just like you have to think fast, and I feel like I'm a slug. It's like no. Koneko, go do your thing.
See, you go against the wall. So it's like, even if you're not like actively thinking, okay, what is going to be strong against this enemy in that moment, you're just going to learn it anyway because of you'll find like, oh, well, that enemy died really quick when I was doing this. So you just have that piece of your little brain now.
Yeah, there's a muscle memory that comes very naturally in the game. Yeah, I agree, especially when I'm being beat up by monsters that relentlessly attack me.
And I love the fact that some enemies are top priority because they can heal or stuff like that. So you actually have to think about those first, which is fun. It makes the gameplay a bit more dynamic.
I think I was talking to somebody once that was playing. How it's sometimes when you get actually in the the rhythm of the combat, it's almost like a dance. It gets very musical. Um, Ow, Jesus! Can we just be nice to each other?
I'm really surprised, but Bird's first ability that you can unlock is called Egg Bomb, and I'm really surprised that Dan hasn't gone for that. I feel like
Again,
Yes.
I'm a dum-dum. Because now that you're saying this, I was like, why not to use the egg bomb?
Yeah,
Actually, egg bomb was nerfed. I don't know if you guys know. It's not. It doesn't take 5% of the total HP anymore. It takes 5% of the current HP.
so it's still very strong against bosses.
It's very strong in the beginning. Yeah. It's a good combat opening.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you went in and nerfed it because I feel like if I was in your position, I would have a bias, you know, towards like certain things as that.
You know one thing, there's a character you all know very well called Seike, and I've been accused of being protective about her and never nerfing her. What people don't know is that I'm trying to nerf her for so long and I never managed to. No matter what I do, she is still overpower as F.
Yeah, because she has that trick moves that allow her to attack while being in a safe zone.
Yeah. No, she's difficult. She's difficult. And
It's
she's
not, it's not even easy to use, right?
no, you have it. There's the difficult. I think she's a character that it takes a while for you to get used to, but when you do, wow. I love Pun. I love her attacks. It's like you're playing with all characters at the same time. Oh my God, Koniko died.
No,
Maybe
you
it's a good
killed the
moment to.
queen.
It's a good idea to explain how death works in the game. Anyone?
You want to take that, Ace?
Yeah, it's fine. It's a very quick subject. So, basically, every time you die, a timer starts on that character. Every time a character dies, it goes out of the screen as a timer. When the timer is finished, she comes back available. There are some passive skill, I don't know if they're still in game then, that will actually shorten that time.
Yeah,
so it's a good strategy studying those passive skill for the challenge.
Yeah, there's a passive skill that reduces the waiting time for a character who dies to half, which is awesome. I think again it's a bit overpowered.
there before we delete it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there is a thing about trying to balance the game is that sometimes you feel that something is very useless, and then players just find an incredible way of working with it. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Koniko, please come back to life. Koniko,
Oh
yes.
wow.
Yes, Koniko, help me out. And I just have no idea what I was talking about. Probably politics. I'm not sure.
I think it was about nerfing and removing.
Removing Boris. I mean, removing. Yeah.
No.
Um, yeah. So sometimes you get something that you feel like, oh, this is super useless, and then people use it in a way you never imagined before.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like, oh, this is super useful, and people are like, oh no, this sucks. So I got to the point in the game balancing that we just want to see what you guys are gonna be doing with it. Very excited about it.
Yeah.
There is a sense of serenity when you finally control the wave.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's like, okay, now I can actually breathe.
Well,
Do
Kakos
you-
in the chat. Thank you so much for the kind words. We're so happy that you enjoy the game. Thank you for playing.
More sieges, 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 sieges. Come to daddy, sieges.
Do you have
Sorry.
already the melee attack for Donna?
I did, and I'm using it really well. Thank
Yeah, that's one particle that I'm kind of proud of.
you.
There's a lot of trickery.
Yeah, that was really hard to do, right?
Yes, yes. Ricky had a lot of work on the
Okay,
back, and I
I
had a lot of
will
work
do this now.
on the.
No! No! I cannot, I don't have enough.
Imagine if you would have like subtracted
Tap,
one
tap,
number
tap.
from another one. And
Jeez.
imagine if you would have looked at both numbers and realized that one of them was bigger than the one that you had. And then
Pretty
you
much
just
what
like-
happened. It's like the story of my life. Looking at things, think they are big and they are small.
Okay.
I'm not. No, no. Don't judge me. Don't judge
Definitely
me.
judging me right now.
Okay, I think I can do it. I can do it. I am in wave number 6. Oh my god, 16! I honestly thought it was like wave number 30 something. Don't forget to download the demo and try this crazy thing called the trial. And I dare you. Okay, let's go to like psychology now. I dare you to try and see how good you can be. Do you think you are good? Prove it with the trials. Come on, guys, help me out here.
Trial.
Trial.
Trials. Yes, exactly what I needed. All help that I needed. Somebody just repeated the word trials.
Yeah, so
Just like my first date.
we mentioned before, but if you guys weren't here, we do have a live challenge right now in this stage called the Temple Trials. If you, I'm just gonna say if you hit 50 waves, whoever does it disruptive, because someone's gonna get hurt. So whoever completes the Temple Trials quickest wins a custom limited edition Grid Force controller. It looks amazing. You guys should have a look. It's on our socials. Also, in the panel down below, if you click on that, it'll send you to a Steam blog post. I'm pretty sure the images are in there.
See, the first one that completes the 50, or the one that goes the most forward faster?
I think yeah. Either way, who go the furthest faster. So if two people finish the trial completely, which Fudge has a lot of faith on, is gonna happen. Then the one who finished like in less time wins.
Okay, but let's say if one complete uh, until the 46 and takes 30 minutes, but one complete in 47 but takes 3 hours, it's still gonna win because
It's still gonna
completed
win because
47.
yeah, it went
So,
further.
yeah. The rules, if someone hits 50 waves, the rules change in the challenge, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Or I guess if someone hit the same number.
If someone hits the
Yeah.
same number, then it goes by time.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. I would like to participate if I wasn't part of the team.
Yeah. But
Because
I have the
really
feeling
like
that
the
none.
controller.
I have the feeling that none of the developers can actually do as good as some of the players in the community.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, I
We,
would probably not win.
I don't know what you guys think. Like when I was younger and seeing game development, I always thought that nobody could play as good as well as the developers. I just realized that we suck really hard.
It's actually,
Yeah.
I remember when I realized that. Um, there is a documentary that Bungie made when they were making Halo 3, and they have a bunch of TVs, and they're all they've all got like a system, you know, between the 360s. Obviously, they're testing the functionality of the multiplayer, and I'm watching the gameplay after playing myself, and I'm like, these guys are trash.
But I think it makes sense because when you play the game, I think we are super nice with the game. You know what I mean? It's like we don't try to exploit all
Oh
possibilities
no,
of
I
the
try
game.
to exploit. I have no excuse. I try to exploit.
I'm
I'm
trying to
just
save our
blaming my
honor
age.
here, Ace. I'm trying to save our honor.
I'm just blaming my age. Dirty youngster. Yeah.
Youngsters with their Fortnite and their two quick video games.
Yeah, the video game fingers. No. No, no.
Koneko
Don't
is
tell me
so
more.
stylish. I love Koneko so much.
I like when she's her blocking animation.
Yeah. She's like, I have no shield anymore. Stop,
Yeah.
please. Oh, I managed. I managed. I managed. I managed. Like every new wave now is a relief when I finish it.
Yeah. Reaching the limit.
Yeah, I don't think I can go very much further though.
Yeah, you
Can
can
I?
believe in yourself.
I believe in myself. I don't believe in my skills.
That's not. Then that's not believing in yourself.
No, my skills and myself are very divorced to each other.
Oh, fair enough.
They're not talking.
Italy.
They're in different political zones though. Like one of them votes left and one right.
Oh wow. So you are perfectly in the center. That's what you're saying.
That's what I said.
Yes.
Exactly. It's exactly what I said.
That's a good way to explain away any sort of affiliation you had to, like in a heated situation. Well, actually, I'm split in two, and
Yeah.
both of those sides cancel each other out.
Yeah. Basically, I'm no harm to you. Wow, that hurts.
This way.
Oh no 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 no
20.
monster!
Toga.
I remember this
Sometimes.
wave. This is the killer wave. This is so hard.
My God.
No, I'm not gonna actually win this time. I'm gonna win this one. Woo! I'm gonna win this one.
It's not the boss in this. It's all the little fishillas around.
Yeah.
And he just got
They
bigger, or
cure,
just
right?
me? I didn't make you go bigger.
Sorry, eh?
Sheila cures, right? Or it changed. Used to cure.
I am the king!
Yeah,
I
yeah,
won!
they
Ah,
regen. Yeah, they
my,
regen their own
my
health.
dog is just looking at me like, hey, my dinner.
Tough is what?
And I was like, tough, now I'm the run of my life. I hope you understand. And he was like, no, I don't.
You understand. Alright.
I'm coming, I promise. I don't think I'm gonna last too much here anymore. It, I'm literally sweating.
I don't think you'll get to the next free roam stage.
Get ready,
So
fight.
I love the
that's
fate
good.
you have in me.
You didn't level up.
Oh my god, I
You're
forgot to level up!
Batman.
No!
Also,
No,
you're
no,
gonna
no, no, no,
die.
no.
I said
Yeah.
What? Why didn't you guys tell me?
you already had pressed go.
Yeah.
I was just, my dog is just like, make me feel really, really shitty honor. He's just like, give me my food. And I was like, I'm going, baby, I'm going. I just have to win this.
I mean, you can load the save, right?
I can,
Yeah,
but
and
I,
yeah.
but I also have to, I have my obligations through our amazing patrons. Speaking of amazing patrons, did I say that already mentioned that we hit 10,000 wish lists today? We did, yes indeed. And I promised my mom that we would reach 11,000 by the end of the day today, which is the same day that you can see in your phone right now. So if you want to know which day is today, it's the same one that your phone is telling you right now. So I promised Mama that I will finish 11 wish lists, 11,000 by the end of the day. So help my mom be happy and wish list, please. You don't want to make her mom cry. So I hope you really love the game because we are putting so much of our love and work and desperation into getting the game as good as we can possibly get. I haven't played this way for a while now because I've been doing level design for a while. And I'm really amazed how your hands just have a life of its own, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, wow, is this what it feels like to play video games?
Oh, thank you. What a my god, it's you're so patronizing. Jesus. So patronizing. I'm so annoyed that I didn't level up because I feel like I could finish the game or go very far if I did. But come on, what I love about Bird is that she can get so much damage and it gets still standing.
Yeah. She's a proper tank.
These ice barriers are so like they can become quite difficult depending on where they're at.
Yeah.
So you can, if you shoot them, they'll reflect it back at you. You need to reflect it again back at the ice to make the barrier go away, which is an interesting mechanic, but
Yeah.
becomes quite frustrating in some areas.
Especially in smaller grids.
I want to, you know what? See, I know that you cannot actually plan for those things. They have to happen naturally. But I would love to see what the speedrun community would make of Grid Force.
Yeah. Yeah, will be interesting.
I'm reading a bunch of watching a bunch of speedrun videos, and I have no idea how they can, sometimes speedrun a whole 6, 12 hours game in 2 or 3. Ah, no, 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 no. No, no. No! Gee, what happened? What happened?
He's dying, Joe.
Oh no, I'm being careless.
Yeah, it would be a weird one. Because Grid Force is well, for example, there are no glitches that you're going to be able to do to no clip out of an area or get to like the final stage or something like that. It's a
Yeah.
linear level style game.
I don't see how they will be able to.
Uh,
do it.
no,
It would just be a matter of exploits. And
everybody shut up. I need to focus. This is my last character.
ready, wait for it. He's gonna go.
I'm gonna do it. I just need to wait 38 seconds. 30 seconds. I don't have any HP. No, 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 no. I gotta. No, 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 no. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Get the hell out of here. But no. I don't wanna die. It's just like 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Come on, 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 come on. Yes! No! Shit! Jesus Christ! No! 1 second!
1 second.
No!
Oh, classic.
That is not fair. I'm
You couldn't have
surprised
written it
Respect for
better, I
coming
love
that
it.
far. No, 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 no. No.
Oh god, amazing.
Yes, I want to receive everything, not 210.
But so the upgrades that you have put into your characters, if you do another run in the Temple Trials, those upgrades are still there. So in a way, to do multiple runs and kind of grind it a little bit is better because you're gonna make it easier for yourself because you're gonna be doing more damage, have a little bit more health, and so on.
Oh my god, that is ridiculous. Come on, Toffee, come here. So this is Toffee, he says, I want to eat right now.
Finally, food time, bro.
It's food time. We're going to put a new run just after this one, so please stay with us. Thank you so much for sticking to us. We are a small studio in London trying to create games that we are proud of. Great Force is a game with a clear story, incredible mechanics, a story that comes from the heart, unique art style, dog licking my face. Uh,
Don't forget diverse
yes,
roster of
yes,
characters.
the unknown one. Please buy our game when it comes out. We really, really need the money to continue doing our work. But for now, maybe you can just wishlist. That would be amazing. This is done, and I'd like to say thank you very much for my amazing colleagues. They're working tirelessly to get this game to you. And I'm still thinking there was 1 second, 1 bloody second.
You're not going to be able to sleep tonight. That's
No,
it.
no, no, I'm done.
You're not even blame the developer on this one.
No, my head exploding now.
Oh, can you imagine if he got angry at it because Ricky is sat right next to him? Imagine you get tilted at a video game and the developer is sat there. You can just
The good thing about a Great Force, I think, is that when you've screwed up, you know that you screwed up. There's nothing to do with the game, right?
oh, 100%.
So
Yeah.
it was my own fault.
Mhm.
Anyway, thank you very much for sticking to us. We're gonna be back quite soon. Please wish list, follow us on social, go to Discord and talk to us live while we are creating the game for you. And don't forget.
You can join the Discord. We have a special channel there where you guys can see what the developers post. If they're asking for suggestions or feedback from you guys, you can really have an input on this game. A lot of people have already changed it for the better.
Yeah, so thank you everybody. Wish list, make my mom proud.
Yeah, do
See
it
ya.
for Dan's mom.
Bye bye.